What's up, Madmaxers? So today we're going to do a little review on the Cybertruck, the Tesla Cybertruck. This is the Cyber Beast. This is the tri-motor with, I think it's like supposed to be 900 horsepower and like 12,000 pounds of torque and all that Tesla magic underneath the hood, battery, or whatever the hell you want to call it. So we're going to get started with the 20-inch wheels. It's a really narrow setup, so I think it's like a 20 by 8-inch wheel. And this is a 285/65/18, so let's say that's like a 34.5 by like a 10-inch wheel. Extremely weird tire they got Goodyear making for them. It actually looks like the factory tires that come on the TRX, but just the sidewall is different and stupid narrow. And this is actually all-wheel steer. And I figured that out when we were trying to put 37s on it originally. And yeah, it was rubbing like crazy. And no matter how high of an offset we'd played with, and I was like, yeah, this is it. Because this right here, come here, look at this. This is ridiculous. So even if you go with a high offset, you're dealing with all this. This is like how they do it on the Chargers and Challengers when we were doing wheels, a lot of them. And I was like, yeah, we're not trimming that bolt. So, and this factory wheel is like a plus 68 offset. And to give you some insight on that, a factory Corvette wheel is a plus 50, and they're one of the highest. So it was a crazy fitment. So we tried all kinds of different offsets. We're like, screw it. We're going to go with a stupid fat 35 1350 20 Mickey Thompson Baja Boss that Mickey, that were so gracious to provide us with their badass tire. And we put them on a 20 by 9.5 black Rhino wheel that we're actually getting powder coated right now, so that's why they are not on here currently. And so this actually has like 3 or 4 settings as far as height wise. It has like medium, I believe it's medium right now, and then it has entry where it drops down, and then it has like high where it's like literally lifts like 6 inches with a full airbag system coming up, and then it has like a cheetah stance or something like that in full beast mode when you're doing a launch. That's really crazy, and you've probably seen a video on our TikTok where I launched it, which is like back-breaking, like literally the fastest vehicle I've ever been in, hands down. And we've been in Vet City's 1200 horsepower C7, so you can let them know I said that. And then we move around to the side of it here. Opening the door is pretty crazy. Like, you take your little Tesla card on the regular and you put it right here, scans it, pops it open, or if you have the Tesla app, it opens, unlocks itself, all that stuff. You just hop in and go. Press the button here, opens up, pops it open. Here's the stainless. As you can see, it's already starting to pit through here. That's why we went ahead and wrapped it. I'm going to actually find a type of Cerakoting or clear coat to put on that. It has a nice white interior, which that's going to get all nasty. As you can see, I'm nice and dirty today. And yeah, so basically same thing on the back, which the back is pretty sick. The back has a screen right there where, well, if this would stay open, you got your Twitch, Hulu, YouTube, Netflix, all that good stuff. Then you move to the rear, actually steer almost as much as the front. The front's like this, steers about half as much. So it's crazy when you post the wheels and tires on there, you'll see how much more it dips in because of the offset of the wheel. It just literally goes like this. It's crazy pictures we've been taking of this thing. When we move to the back here, the heck is that? Oh, I guess you can put like a rack or something like that for your little kayaks if you're feeling all that. There's the tonneau cover. This is actually really sick. I really like this type of setup. The amount of space in here is about what the TRX is, like a 6.5 foot bed. Then you have this right here, pops this down. This would have been really cool if this, you press a button and it flips back up, but it doesn't. Only Silverado has that, and I guess Elon didn't think about that. Maybe on the second gen, who knows. Right here, we got a bunch of outlets, and it actually has 220. Go make you a welder rig out of that. And actually infinite battery hack. Listen to this. Plug your charger into there, and then come over here. Come on. Well, and then plug in your charger right there. Infinite mileage, ladies and gentlemen. Infinite mileage hack. No more charging at home. No more gas. Just plug into there and plug into there, and just like, boop, infinite mileage, just like that. I figured it out. Elon didn't even know about this. I want part of that patent. Right here, you have the box right here. You got the charger. You got some weird cover. A box for the charger. A front license plate cover for California. Anyway, then you got to pull this up because they're not that fancy. They don't even lift open their own tailgate. Press that button to close down the tonneau cover again. We were going to make a video, guys, about how we were going to tow with the Cyber Beast, right? All this horsepower, all this torque, right? So I got my nice hitch out, and can't tow nothing to that. My Prius had a bigger factory hitch than that, right? Well, anyway, back. We have a camera right here. Backup camera, woohoo, Sentry mode. And then the taillights are crazy. Not really. They remind you of like a typical like Chevy Cruze. The light come on right here, and it has an LED strip right here. Nothing fancy. Come on. We got the Cyber Beast decal put on because when we spend $121,000 on this one versus your base model is like 80, we're gonna let people know that the horsepower is there. Yeah, camera there, another camera here, sensor. These fenders, we actually got into here, and I might add this to the video. These pop off, and we took the inner liner out, trying to see how hard it would be to put 37s on there. We got in there. This is like a giant cast aluminum bathtub is what this thing's built out of. Like, it's like a giant jacuzzi. That's why it's so freaking heavy, but it's crazy looking. The structure's there for an accident, but the batteries will blow up, so there's no matter. Anyway, we popped this nice cover over here, and there were so many freaking sensors inside that bumper that we decided not to cut this thing. Like, let me tell you, there is so many freaking sensors inside this cover that, like, I was like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. Elon's gonna know. I feel like I just unplugged this camera, and Elon woke up from his sleep last night. Like, he was like, what did they do? Anyway, so right here, you know, Madmax, what's up? AutoWorks, they wrapped this whole truck and then did a nice, like, ceramic coating, some G-Technique or something. It's super, like, look at that, look at that. Washed. Anyway, so you got this full-on LED, which is dope. This is dope. We're going to tint it yellow here shortly. And then you got this little LED fog light set up. Every little black part inside the grill here are all sensors. All sensors. Look at this. Magic. Hands-free. There's your little Cybertruck. Like, this is cool. Come look at this. This is Diamond Stacks welds on the plastic. That's so dope. I'm not going to lie. That's a nice touch. Press that button right here. It'll shut. It also has its own bug collector on the front of this. It's crazy. It collects all the bugs you need. And, yeah, lights. So, would I keep this truck? Would I buy another one of these trucks? Yes and no. Depreciation, I don't think it'll depreciate that much because I don't think there's a whole lot of them coming out. It's going to be really hard to get them, and I think for the next 2 years it's going to be hard to get them. Like, if you look at the TRXs, they're still marked up. You can sort of get a somewhat good deal on them, but they're still high. These right here, I think they're going to hold their value, and they're a badass truck, and they're well built. Everybody joking on theyese trucks, but they're pretty sweet. Elon said, hey, I'm going to build this, and he built it, and he built it really well for a first gen. Things I would change on this thing, more, I don't know. I think it's pretty perfect. The interior feels a little cheap, I'm not going to lie. It feels like the interior of a loaded Toyota Tundra or Camry or something. Maybe even a Kia. They could do a little bit more on the interior. I don't know, like this right here, this giant looking thing, you know what that looks like? I don't know why it's so long. Like, and yeah, I'm not going to say anything else because I was about to say something else. We're going to keep it PG. And, well, we're going to hop in it now. I got my phone on, so I don't need the key or whatever. You take the little credit card they give you or whatever, put it right here, it scans it, put your foot on the brake right away. You can select forward like that. You can select forward like that, or then you can hit it reverse like this to go back. You see all your nice fancy cameras. We're going to park it like this, go to dynamic mode, controls, ride height right now, like I said, is medium. We're going to go to, where is it, high, and then you're going to see the vehicle actually raise up. So right now it's going to go into its full height, and the full height is crazy. Like it's pretty freaking tall. Now if you look at the fender, watch, I'm going to go to entry level, which is going to be one of the lowest levels instead of like cheetah stance. So it's going to come back down. It goes down pretty quick and goes up pretty quick. That's actually really badass. I really, really want to hate this truck, but all these little features, I don't know, I really like it. I hate to say it, but I've never liked the Tesla. I never liked the idea of a Tesla, but this thing is growing on me. So we're going to hit high, and we're going to see how quick it goes. So the highest mode, it cuts off automatically at over 25 miles an hour. So that kind of sucks. But like, I mean, medium's pretty chill. And then like, I mean, you got this giant roof that we still had to get tinted by AutoWorks. And it is massive. Like, if I stick my hand as far as it can go, you still got about 2-3 feet of dash. I don't know how they're going to tint that. You're going to crawl up in there. I don't know. But it goes all the way here. And then you got this massive massive sunroof that, like, I don't know, it's pretty cool. The only thing now that sucks about this is the sun hits you no matter what part of the day. I don't care if it's 10 a.m., I don't care if it's 2 p.m., the sun is in your eyes 24/7, blinding the living crap out of you. That's the only thing. And it is a kind of a weird spot, like right here, the A pillar coming in. It's really weird driving it down the road. Like, there's a lot of blind spots, but there are also a lot of cameras, but you have to get used to the camera setup, which is pretty, I don't know, it's cool. It has its functions. Could you daily drive it? Yes and no. Like this thing, we put it at a supercharger when it had about 40 miles left. It took an hour and 30 freaking minutes of charging. And you have to watch it when it charges on a supercharger because, like, 1 second it'll be charging and then 1 second it decides, hey, I don't want to charge anymore. And to give you an idea, if you plug it in at the house with your regular 110, 2 miles per hour, that's how fast it charges. If you take it to 220, it'll take you about 4 to 6 hours to charge. This joker, like, I plug it into the supercharger, it's saying like 600 miles per 2 hours, and then all of a sudden it says 80 miles per hour, and it just, I don't know, it's all over the place. I think the closer you park to the box, the closer it charges, I guess. I don't know. But, I mean, all in all, oh, closed door. It says closed door right there, but I guess, oh, it wants me to close the door. I thought we were in a Rolls Royce. I thought I was going to press the button and it was just going to shut. I mean, for that kind of money, I figured it would. This, I don't understand what this is. Like, it has a tonneau cover, so it covers that back. I guess they put this just for DOT. Because when you put it in reverse, like if I go hit reverse, it automatically shows a camera right there usually for your backup. Or you go forward. I think it's when you go forward. Well, anyways, it'll show one right here. It's so that way you don't have to use this right there. Then you see all these little cameras up in here. I guess that's sort of sentry mode. But yeah, CIA is definitely watching you 24/7 in here. There's no doubt about that. And then you see down here by the feet. Look at my nice Nikes. Down here by the feet is really weird. There's a ton of room. It's like a bench seat out of a truck. I'm not gonna lie, I don't hate it. And the back is, I mean, it's pretty simple. Nothing magical inside. It looks like your typical Tesla. I love the steering wheel. That's pretty cool. It makes the weirdest noises when you're tuning because it's all-wheel steer. And so the specs that it says it says, okay, when I first brought it here to Huntsville, it was going like through, it showed I fully charged it, and I beat the crap out of it in beast mode, which is like that super all-out mode, you know, and it went about probably like, I went the full 320 range in beast mode, but it shows that there's another mode, like your casual chill mode. I feel like it will go about 400 miles, maybe more. Not as long as you're not going crazy on it, because it limits the power a lot in your like standard chill mode. But I mean, the range is pretty cool. Running around town, yes, it'll save you a lot of money, like on gas and stuff. But long, like out of town stuff, I don't see it being practical, even with the superchargers. I don't know. I like the TRX gets 7 miles a gallon, and I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather hop in there and fill up every 100 miles than to go and charge for an hour and a half at a supercharger to get a full charge. And that's if there's a supercharger available, which a lot of places there still isn't. Huntsville's on up and coming, trying to be modern and stuff, but like I don't see a lot of superchargers being available in like nearby cities, unless you're going to like Nashville or maybe even Birmingham, Atlanta, something like that. Well, guys, since the Mega TRX or the Madmax Ram or whatever you want to call it is currently under construction and we need to tow, we're going to use the Cyber Beast here. I found a little tow hitch spot, popped the cap off, and I guess not. We're not going to tow shit today. And that was the end of the video.